Hi guys, it's Sam here with Bargain Hunting Blonde, and today I am bringing you a very exciting comparison video because I never thought I would own both of these bags, and that is my Hermes Birkin 30 versus my Hermes Birkin 35. So it's like Christmas in here with these two colors, but without further ado, let's dive in. So I'm going to start with my 30, and this is Verdi, as you guys will have seen. He is a Birkin 30 in Vert Cypress and the Chev leather, which is a goat skin, and he does have gold hardware. I did buy this from the store. In general, Birkin 30s start at about 11,000, but that is for the Epsom leather. This is Chev, so it was more expensive. If you guys have seen my unboxing video, I forgot to get my receipt from my Hermes sales associate, so I don't exactly know how much this one cost, but I remember it was around 13,000 because of the type of leather. The measurements for this bag in inches are 11.75 inches in length. The height is 10 inches. The width is 6 inches, and then the strap drop is 4 inches. So this is definitely a top handle crook of arm carry bag, which is totally fine by me. Also, if you see me smelling it, it smells amazing. So every time I move it, I get this like great whiff of goatskin smell, which is just fabulous. For me, the pros are this is a good size for most people. The 30 is definitely a smaller size, but in the three most popular sizes, it is the middle size, and so it does work for a lot of frames and different body types. Two, for this bag, is that the Birkin 30 is a very sought after bag, so if you are trying to consider retail value, this is going to sell on the pre-loved market for much more than the 35. Most 30s I see, especially in the harder to get colors like this bag, go for double or triple retail. So I did see this bag, similar but a little more worn and a different leather, but in the Vert Cypress color in the same size on Fashion File, and it was over $30,000. So, you know, they can definitely get very expensive. So if you can get it in store, you're definitely going to get a bag that has good resale value and is going to hold its value or increase in value when you take it out of the store. And lastly, I think this is a big one for a lot of people in a pro category, is that the 30 is much lighter in weight than the 35. The 30, again, is smaller, so it is lighter, but it is an all leather bag. So they both definitely have a weight to them, but this is definitely lighter than the 35. I'm sure it also has to contribute with the type of leathers mine are in. They are not the same leather. Cons for this bag is the 30 is a much more sought after size, so it can definitely be hard to find, even if you do have a great sales associate. But if you're someone who is not going to be doing an Hermes journey or playing the game, you can definitely get it pre-loved. You might just be paying a pretty price tag for a pre-loved item, which goes with number two. The second con is you are a lot of times paying over retail if you are going the pre-loved route, and a lot over retail. And then lastly, the strap drop is not going to be good for everyone, and for some people might just be a hand carry bag. It just really depends on the size of your elbow and your forearm. So for some people, it's definitely going to work as a crook of arm carry. Some people, it's just going to be handheld. So that is the Birkin 30. Size-wise, what fits in this bag is, since most people don't have two cell phones, I'm just going to do one cell phone. This is the 11 Pro, not the Max, just the normal 11 Pro. Very much going to fit in here. This is just like a giant tote. My mask, a toiletry 19, which is very stuffed, full of all the things, all the wires and chargers and first aid stuff. As you can see, we definitely have no issues here. You can get a ton of stuff in here. Sunglasses, which are key sunglasses, put those in here. Definitely fits. My Hermes Bastia with all my coins in it definitely also fits. Where's my Calvi? Ah, there he is. I was like, oh no, my wallet's missing. My Hermes Calvi, beautiful red color, Epsom. You can see everything is in here. There is tons and tons and tons of space. So lots fits in the 30. Don't think that the 30 is small. Next up is my Birkin. Sorry, I have to, again, writing everything down. Birkin 35, and this is a bag I brought pre-loved from Rebag. It is in the Clemence leather in the Rogue Garance color, so it is actually darker in person than the light is making it, and it has a palladium hardware, so this is their silver hardware. Very beautiful bag, again, the 35. So retail for a 35 is about $12,300, and I believe that is an Epsom, so this leather would be slightly more expensive. I did buy this pre-loved and I paid in the $5,000 range. So again, the bigger bags definitely have the ability to get them pre-loved for a steal, which is great. The length of this bag is 13.25 inches. The height is 11.25 inches. The width of this bag is 7.25 inches, and the strap drop or handle drop, since it's not really much of a strap, is 4.25 inches. So real quick, even though this Birkin is full, so this is going to take a little bit arm strength to see the size difference. You guys can see this is taller and wider, and like I said, this leather in general, even empty, is heavier than this bag. Not currently because this has stuff in it, but if it didn't, you can definitely feel the difference in the sizes. The pros of the 35. Number one, you can definitely find deals on totally a variety of colors. So if a red bag is not your thing, I've seen deals on gold, I've seen deals on black, I've seen deals with tons of different leathers. It just really depends on what you're looking for. You can find a deal on a 35 size. This size is much better for work. This is a much bigger bag and it can definitely hold more. It is a greater width, but it is also just definitely a bigger bag. And I actually think people think the 35 is giant, but I will put a picture of me wearing it up here somewhere. It might actually block the bag. I don't know if I'm gonna block my face. We'll see what happens there. And it is not that big. Granted, I am 5'10", but I wear about a size 2 to a 4, and it is not that big of a bag. People just think it's big because in comparison to like a Birkin 25, it is big. Number 3, and the last pro, is this does have a greater handle drop, so it is much easier to carry crook of arm and top handle carry, which is definitely something to consider depending on your body type and your frame. Cons. As I've said numerous times, this bag is definitely heavier. Again, it is somewhat a product of the leather I got. I think if it was an Epsom, it would definitely be lighter, or the old version of Epsom, which is Corichevel, which I'm sure I'm saying wrong, but very similar to Epsom. This is not as trendy or as popular as a bag, which can be a negative for some people because it does not hold its resale value as well, because it is a lot trendier, because this is, again, a bigger size. But I do think bigger bags are coming back. And lastly, this bag is too big for some people. If you are someone who really cares about how a bag looks on you and you're not into a big bag trend and you are petite, this is probably going to be too big for you. I know one of the things that's really difficult about Birkins or Hermes bags in general is you cannot just go somewhere and try them on. So if you do live near a Rebag store, the Real store, a Fashion File store, any sort of consignment store that would have luxury goods like Birkins and Kellys, go try them on. Like, it is great to be able to see the size in person because, like I said, we have a tendency to think that certain sizes are so big or so small. And me personally, before I bought a 35, I thought the 35 was going to be really big. It's not. And then I also thought the 25 was going to be much more similar in size to the 30, which is not that big, but it is tiny. I mean, it's very cute, but the 25 is much smaller than I thought it would be. So if you can go somewhere and try it on, try on to friends, definitely do it. If I had to say, all things considered, what would I purchase between the 35 and the 30? I would purchase again in store the 30. The 30 is so hard to find, but if you do not want to play the Hermes game, if you do not want to have an Hermes journey of any sort, I would say it's totally great to buy a 35 under retail. I would totally do it again. I love this bag. I'm not getting rid of this bag because I have the 30. I just would say if you're going to buy in boutique and play the Hermes journey, ask for the 30 because they're so much more expensive to find pre-loved. But if you're not down to play the game, the 35 you can definitely find for a deal. I think both are great bags. I do think the 35 is a little more geared towards work. Oh, and I should show you because I forgot all the stuff in the 35. You'll see there's a lot of space. So moving the Toiletry 19 from Louis Vuitton, moving my sunglasses, moving both these guys, so the Calvi and the Bastia, moving my mask and my phone. Like you guys will see, there is a ton of space still in this bag, like a ton. Hence why I said if you were going to use it for work, you totally could, especially if you don't need a tote that goes on your shoulder, so you don't need shoulder carry. But right now with all this stuff in it, this is definitely heavy. Like, it is not heavy to the point of like I can't carry it, but it is heavy. And I do have back problems, but I don't have as many back issues when I'm hand carrying or crook of arm carrying as I do when I'm carrying by shoulder or crossbody a heavy bag, because that does make me slouch and displace my weight differently, and you know, back problems. Old person. I have really, really bad back problems. But that is not what this video is about. So I would say, in general, I would go with a 30. Higher resale value if you're gonna be able to buy it retail from Hermes. If you're not going through Hermes, 35 is great. Totally do it. Get it pre-loved, get it under retail. So thank you so much today for tuning into this comparison video. If you love comparison videos, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays. If you want to see how I style my bags or spam a Verdi, because that's like all my posts have been recently, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down. Please make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, my blog, all of which are linked down below. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.